Hi everyone! In this video you will learn a new and easy item duplication glitch that works in all versions of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. This will allow you to make millions out of it and get infinite materials. And this glitch is so easy to perform that you can do it with your right shot. The only requirement is completing the 5th stage quest and get Mineru, a Zelda version of Optimus Prime. If you don't have Mineru, you can use the other method that I showed in this video. Okay, now let's do it. I strongly recommend going to the Zona dispenser near the Room of Awakening, as it's an ideal place to perform this glitch. Before you start duplicating, make sure you have only 4 of the items you want to duplicate in your inventory. If you have more than 4, you can store the extra ones in the dispenser using the method I explained in step 3. So the steps are pretty straightforward. Step 1. Activate the Vow of Mineru and get on it. Step 2. Press the plus button and deactivate Mineru. Then press the minus button and watch a memory. Now press the plus button again to go to the inventory menu and hold the items you want to duplicate. You can hold as maximum 4 items at once. Now press the minus button again and watch a memory. Finally, you can press the B button to exit the menu. After you have done all those actions, it seems that Link is not holding anything. However, when you press the plus button, you will see that he is holding 4 items. In order to drop those items, you are going to hold R to enter Link's throwing stance. After that, press up on your D-pad. You will be met with a menu showing all the items in your inventory that you can throw. Scroll through the menu with your right analog stick until you land on the item that you are supposed to be holding. It shows that you have 0 units of that item, but you can actually choose it and throw it. A new copy of the item will be thrown. Do this again, and you will see that it shows you have a -1 of that item. Do it 4 times so that you can throw all the items that you are holding. After this, go to the inventory menu, hold anything that is not the item you are duplicating, exit the menu and drop them. There you go. You have successfully duplicated 4 items. You can leave the items on the ground and pick them up after you are done. On the other hand, many people will have doubts about duplicating items such as rubies, sapphires, opals, boneflowers, bridegroom seed, etc. Basically any item that will be consumed when you throw them. Actually, the steps to duplicate those items are almost identical to the ones for the normal items. The difference is that when duplicating this type of items, you have to throw them higher in the air and then use recoil to take them back in order to avoid them from being consumed. Step 3. Zonai Dispenser Storage Glitch. If you have less than 21 items on the ground, it will be okay. But if the number exceeds 21, then you have reached the maximum amount of items before the game despawns them. In order to bypass this threshold, we should store the extra items inside a dispenser, as the game won't take them into account. Firstly, you need to fuse 2 fans like this. And place it here near the dispenser. Then store anything that is not a zonai charge or a large zonai charge. This will cause the dispenser to spit the item out, but not able to close its gate. Now place the fused fans inside the dispenser, as deep as possible. You have successfully blocked the exit of the zonai dispenser. Now you can store an unlimited number of items inside the dispenser. Once you think that you have enough items stored in the zonai dispenser, and you want to pick them up, just use a recall on the fan and pick the items that drop from the gate. Make sure you pick them quickly. Just smash your A button. Otherwise, when the number of items on the ground goes beyond 21, the rest of the items that come out from the dispenser would just disappear, so make sure you do it fast. Alright, that's all there is to it.
Hello there, it's Yang here. How you doing? Fine? Me too, thank you. In this video, you will learn a super easy and new way to duplicate infinite items in Tears of the Kingdom. This is the best item duplication glitch ever. The icing on the cake is that this item duplication glitch works on all versions. The only thing you need is an apple, a one-handed sword, a shield, a horse, and having some faith in yourself. Now do the following steps. Firstly, bring your horse to Tarry town, for instance, from East Akela's stable. Leave your horse here, at this corner. Find Haten's house. And enter this storage room. If it's not open, then you need to go to the cave, which is just under this house, by using your paraglide and fly to this position. Go to the end of the cave and ascend to get inside the room. And then remove the Hateno sign. Okay, once you are able to open the door, move away the Hateno signs that are near the right wall, to prevent them from disturbing you in the duplication process. Now stand at the entrance and take out a control stick. Place it near the entrance and take some steps back. At this position, you will notice that the control stick disappears. This is because it has been culled, which means the game unloads it to save resources. Now walk forward again to make it reappear. Then press L to open the ability wheel and choose Ultra Hand. Use Ultra Hand to control the control stick. Move yourself backwards until you are next to this table. Once you are set, place the control stick inside the room. You will notice that instead of disappearing, the control stick is still visible because you have used the Ultra Hand on it. Now change the ability to Fuse and equip a single-handed weapon. Then press minus to open the menu and watch your memory. Skip it. Here comes the critical step. The moment you press B to exit the menu, press Y as fast as possible. You may start pressing Y really fast, even slightly before you press B. you want to fuse the control stick to the weapon before it gets culled. After you have done it, you may have succeeded, you may have not. To find out whether you did it, you should press minus and watch your memory 2 times in a row. Then press plus to switch your current weapon to another. Then press minus again and watch another memory. After that, exit the menu and check if the control stick has been moved to your position. If so, it means you have done it correctly. Here I failed, so if you don't see the control stick being moved, you would have to walk towards the door to uncull the control stick and do the process again. This is the most difficult part of the process. The key is to press the wipe button as quickly as possible when you first watch the memory. I'm sure with some practice you can do this easily. Once you have done the first step, the rest of the process is pretty straightforward and much easier. Firstly, stand on the control stick's surface. Then go to the inventory menu and drop the weapon you are carrying. By the way, it has the control stick fused to it. Now, as soon as you exit the menu, press A as fast as possible to hop onto the stick. You will be falling through the ground and fall into the lake below the town. When you fall into water, press B to hop off. It's important that you press B at this point, because if you don't, you will be falling into the void, where you will be stuck forever and the zelda will not be saved. So make sure you press B. Okay, now spend all your energy so that you can be sent back to surface. Once on the surface, a special link between Link and the control stick has been built. It means you are the control stick and the control stick is also you. Who is who? Nobody knows. We're just going to take advantage of that. So pick up the weapon, pull out another control stick, and hop onto it to unlock your ability wheel. Now fuse the first control stick to a shield. It's almost done. Now you should go to where your horse is. Enter the inn and drop the single-hand weapon with fused control stick inside the inn. Be careful, you need to drop the weapon, not the shield. Don't ask me how I found out. Now get out. Hold something and walk towards the horse in this direction. You will notice that you are caught at this position. Now press plus and unhold the item you were holding, and hold an apple. Press minus and watch your memory. Press B to return. Here, two scenarios can happen. You either see that the apple drops to the ground and the horse comes and eats it, or you don't see anything. If you don't see the apple falling, press minus again and watch another memory. This time, when you press B to return, the apple should fall to the ground and gets eaten by the horse. Here, you should be careful not to open the menu and switch tabs. What you should do now is to press left on your D-pad, choose the shield you are carrying, and then press X to drop it. After you drop the shield with fused control stick, you will be uncaught. At this point, drop the invisible apple on this corner, and then do this. Hold ZL, press X to jump. Once you are mid-air, hold R and press up on your D-pad multiple times to open the item throwing menu, and when you land on the ground, choose something to throw. Do not release the R button. Doing this will allow the pickup prompt to appear, so press A to pick up the shield. Go to the inventory and destroy the fused material on it. Now you will not be caught anymore. You then go to the inventory page, hold an apple, and 4 of the items you want to duplicate. In this case, let's duplicate some sapphires. Exit the menu. You will see a bundle of sapphires spawned on the floor. Now you have to enter the menu again and press X to remove one item. When you exit the menu this time, 4 sapphires are spawned. If you go to the inventory again and add an item, 3 more sapphires will come out of nowhere. Keep doing this allow you to spawn infinite sapphires. This is one option. The other option would be to remove and add one item at the same time in the same inventory page. Doing this will spawn 4 items every time. There is a limitation of 21 items on the ground, so pick them up after it reaches that number, otherwise the items will start disappearing. To pick up items, you have to use the same method you used to pick up the shield. You have to hold the ZL button and press X to jump. Press R and press up on your D-pad multiple times to open the item throwing menu. Choose a zonal device for example, and keep holding R. You will be able to pick up the items. After you have picked up the items, you can press B to cancel the holding state, or just release R to throw the item away. To duplicate live creatures such as fairies, you have to change the items you are holding. Just put away the 4 items you were duplicating, and only hold the apple that is left. Then hold 4 fairies instead. For the first time, it will still duplicate the previous item, but after you enter the menu and put away a fairy, you will see that the fairies are starting to spawn. The fairies will spawn in the spot where the bundle is, since fairies will fly away right after the spawn. What you have to do is to hold ZL and press X to jump, then press R and up on your D-pad when Link is about to land. Now Link has entered his throwing stance. You should keep holding R and release the rest of the buttons. In this state, you can pick up fairies as soon as they are spawned. Stand on top of the bundle. Keep holding down the R button. Press plus to remove a fairy and pause, then press plus again to add a fairy. This way you duplicate 7 fairies by pressing buttons just 4 times. Now smash your A button to pick them up before they fly away. If you somehow let go of the R button, it's okay, you can redo the jump and hold step. Doing this allows you to get 999 fairies in 10 minutes approximately. You can make your inventory full in no time. On the other hand, be careful with switching tabs in the pause menu. Sometimes if your finger is tired, you might let go of the R button while in the menu, which will cause the tab to switch. So take some time to rest when your hand is tired to avoid this from happening, because when you switch the tab and switch it back, the glitch will be gone and you will have to restart the whole process. Okay, I hope you folks have learned how to duplicate infinite items using this super easy item duplication glitch. If you have any doubts, need help, or have anything to say, just leave a comment down below in the comment section. I will be glad to respond. Finally, a big thanks to the members of the Tears of the Kingdom Speedrun Discord, especially to KiloVictor for showing me how to set this up in Tarry Town using a horse, and to Litos for the discussions about doing this glitch in Tarry Town. I also appreciate the help from OCK, Robuxy Second, and the GameCube Advance. See you guys in the next video. Bye!
Do you want to become a millionaire in Tears of the Kingdom? Do you want to have an infinite amount of items? Here's how. In this video, you will learn the best item duplication glitch in 1.2.1 version of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. This glitch is so easy to perform that my grandma can do it with her eyes closed. The only requirement is a platform which has some height from which you can jump off. I strongly recommend going to Lookout Landing as it's an ideal place to perform this glitch. Another requirement is that Link should wear no clothes other than his jean shorts. Nah, I'm just kidding. You can wear anything. You can have the equipment equipped or not. Do it as you prefer. So the steps are pretty simple. Step 1. Hold the R button to enter Link's throwing stance. After that, press up on your D-pad. You will then be met with a menu showing all the items in your inventory that you can throw. Scroll through the menu with your right analog stick until you land on the item that you want to duplicate. Step 2. Keep holding the R button and move to the edge of the platform. Step 3. Get off from the edge. As soon as you are airborne, press up on your D-pad. Now pay attention to this crucial step. Release the up button. Wait a little bit and press it again. How long should you wait before pressing it? Well, you should wait long enough to see Link's arm is in a different position in the second time you press the up button. Anyway, it's less than 1 second, so do it fast. Step 4. Now release the R button, and then release the up button. Wait a little bit until you see Link's arm changes position again. Then, for the last time, press the up button. This time, something is different, if you hadn't noticed. There is a drop item option, so press the X button to drop the item. After you do that, you will see that there are 2 copies of the same item on the ground. This means you have done it. To make more items, just leave the duplicated items on the ground and keep doing this process until you have 20 copies on the ground, and then stop, because the new items you duplicate will start disappearing. Here's me doing this glitch many times successfully without any problem. As you can see, this is so easy to do that a child can do it.
Nice.
On the other hand, many people will have doubts about duplicating items such as rubies, sapphires, opals, boom flowers, bright bloom seed, etc. Basically any item that would be consumed when you throw them. Actually, the steps to duplicate those items are almost identical to the ones for the normal items. The difference is that when duplicating this type of items, you have to aim at a higher angle so that the item stays more time in the air. Because when Link lands on the ground, you have to use recoil before the item explodes. That's why you should throw it higher, so that it's still airborne when Link is on the ground. Be careful though, because this thing is dangerous. Lastly, I want to say that some people think that a stake or a hover stone can substitute the platform so that you can perform this glitch anywhere. That's not true for stakes, because Link will be stuck on the top of the stake. You can jump off from it, but this makes the duplicating process very hard to succeed. I have not succeeded even once when duplicating by jumping off the edge. But it does work for hover stones though. You can only make 21 copies of the item you want to duplicate, as it means that you have reached the maximum amount of items before the game despawns them. In order to bypass this threshold, we should store the extra items inside a dispenser, so that they don't decount for the process. Firstly, you need to fuse 2 fans and place it here near the dispenser. Then store anything that is not a zonai charge or a large zonai charge. This will cause the dispenser to spit the item out, but not able to close its gate. Now place the fused fans inside the dispenser, as deep as possible. You have successfully blocked the exit of the Zonai dispenser. Now you can store unlimited number of items inside the dispenser. Once you think that you have enough items stored in the Zonai dispenser and you want to pick them up, just use recall on the fan and pick the items that drop from the gate. Make sure you pick them quickly, just smash your A button. Otherwise, when the number of items goes beyond the magic number 21, the rest of the items will just disappear. So make sure you do it fast. Alright, that's all there is to it. I hope this tutorial has been useful to you, and you are now able to make millions out of it. I have different playlists of glitches of different versions. Make sure you check them out. See you next time. Bye. Hi everyone, how are you doing? It's Yang here. In this video, you will learn a very interesting item duplication glitch in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom that works on all versions. This is one of the earliest duplication glitches that you can perform, and this crazy glitch allows you to get huge amounts of diamonds, dragon's horns, golden apples, etc. And it's super easy to do. Here is how. One of the requirements is to get a horse. There are plenty of them in the south part of Lookout Landing, so just go there and grab one. Also, don't forget to get a one-handed weapon, such as swords, sticks, and tree branches, and a shield as well. And that's it, you need nothing else. A final note, it's recommended to have a fairly low amount of the item you want to duplicate in your inventory. The first thing you need to do is to bring your horse to a dispenser. In this map, the 3 dispensers on the surface are shown. You can choose any of these. The nearest stables are South Akada Stable for Tarry Town Dispenser, Outskirts Dispenser for Dick Dog Dispenser, and During Peaks Stable for Kakariko's Dispenser. Let's go to the Tarry Town Dispenser. Bring your horse to this dispenser. Remember that you should have 5 or less copies of the item you want to duplicate in your inventory. If you have more, you can store the extra ones inside the dispenser using the method I explained in step 4. Step 1. Hold items. After you have arrived, equip a weapon and a shield. Stand very close to your horse, with Link's back against the horse, and make sure he's looking ahead. You can press ZL to adjust the camera. Now you're going to make a series of buttons presses that can make a professional gamer's head spin. Firstly, hold L to open the ability wheel. Choose Recall, and as soon as you release L, press right on your D-pad quickly to open the weapon menu before Recall gets activated. It's important that you do it before the yellow light appears. Once the menu has opened, press X to drop the weapon you are carrying. Now Recall will be activated. At this moment, you should do this. You should press and hold Y, and immediately press X to jump slash, and then immediately press minus or plus to open the menu. Once you are in the menu, if you have done it at the correct timing, you will be able to hold items. So hold up to 5 items that you want to duplicate. Then press minus and watch your memory. Skip it. Then press plus to hold the same items as the ones you held before watching the memory. Now exit the menu. you will see a bundle floating on the ground and can easily be blown away by the wind. If you have trouble doing this, don't worry, it's fine. You're not a gymnast. Let me explain it more thoroughly. What you have to do is something called jump/cancel, which is basically a jump slash, but you unequip the weapon before the slash happens. So Link would do a failed attempt of slashing, and in this case, you have to do it next to a horse. On the other hand, there is a small chance that as soon as you jump, Link just hops on the horse and doesn't give you the opportunity to do the jump/cancel. It's alright, just redo the steps and you will eventually succeed. Step 2. Throw items. After you have seen the weightless bundle, the next step is simple. Keep sitting on the horse and press R and then press up on your D-pad to select the item you are duplicating. Then throw it. You can throw up to 5 times if you have held 5 items before. So this means each time you do this, you will be able to get 5 duplicates of the item, which is pretty neat. Step 3. Drop items. After you have thrown the items, hop off. Link will be holding the items you chose to duplicate. Press A to drop them, and congratulations, you have duplicated 5 items. If you want to continue duplicating, since we cannot have more than 5 copies of the item in the inventory, you have to leave the rest on the ground and only keep 5 in your inventory. Step 4. Store items in the dispenser. Attention! There is a small problem about the maximum amount of items you can duplicate with this glitch. So after you have done this glitch 3 times, there should be 20 items on the ground. It's important to know that there is a limitation of 21 items on the ground in Tears of the Kingdom. So if you duplicate more, the previous one will start despawning. A great solution to this problem is to use the dispenser storage glitch. It's very straightforward. Just stop for a moment and go to the dispenser. Take out 2 fans and fuse them this way so that they form an angle of 45 degrees with respect to each other. Now place the fans here. And then store anything that is not a zonite charge, small zonite charge, or Captain Horn. This will cause the dispenser to spit the item out, but its gate will be kept open because of the fans. Now we should use Ultra Hand to take the fans and put it into the dispenser, so that it's stuck inside. Doing this, we will prevent the dispenser from closing its gate forever. Okay. Now the dispenser part is ready. You can start storing the duplicated items in the dispenser so that we can bypass the maximum item limitation. Once you have stored the duplicated items, you can continue duplicating. However, there is another thing you should keep in mind. The fans will despawn if there are more than 21 items on the ground, because the fans are considered as items too when counting. This means that when you duplicate it 3 times, you will have 15 on the ground and 5 in your hand, which makes 20 in total. You should store the items in the dispenser at this moment, otherwise the fans would be despawned and you will lose the items in the dispenser that you have worked really hard to duplicate them. On the other hand, the fans will also despawn 30 minutes after they are taken out of the inventory, so make sure you picked up the items before the time is up. Once you are satisfied with the amount of items that you have duplicated, you can go to the dispenser and use recoil on the fans to make them go back to their original position, and stand near the gate to pick the items that are going to come out. Make sure you do it fast by smashing your A button. Okay, to sum up, this glitch is quite accessible because you just need a horse to do it, and you can get a horse very early on. Also, it's not too complicated to perform. Well, maybe you will need some practice, but you will master it soon. A drawback of this method is that it doesn't allow you to duplicate rubies or bone flowers. Hi everyone, long time no see, it's Yang here. In this video, you will learn the greatest item duplication glitch in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom that works on all versions. This insane glitch is the only glitch you will ever need because it allows you to duplicate literally everything: diamonds, rubies, sapphires, butterflies, and fairies. This is the ultimate guide where you have every detail explained step by step that will make it so easy that a baby can do it. To do this, you just need a horse. Make sure you have some apples in your inventory as well. 5 is more than enough. There are 2 locations where you can perform this glitch. If you have just started the game, then you should go to Hateno village. If you have already beaten one of the 4 regional phenomena, then you can go to Lookout Landing. Firstly, let's find out how to do it in Hateno village. Bring your horse here all the way from Juling Peak Stable. It's a bit of a journey, but it will be worth the effort. Leave your horse here in front of the die drop. Then we find the Zamik shrine on the map. There is a well near the shrine. Let's jump into it. Choose the path on the right and go forward. Not long afterwards, you will find a Likelike here. Before getting started, change your ability wheel's default ability to Ascent and save the game. Step 1. Getting eaten by a Likelike. To do this, stand in front of the Likelike, at this position where Link's feet are in line with the rear edge of this rock. Then you take out a control stick, wait near it. At the moment when the Likelike tries to swallow the control stick, hop onto it by pressing the A button, so that it swallows Link on the stick. When that happens, the camera will stay where it was. Don't do anything right now. The Likelike will start chewing for a few seconds. Then he will spit out and you have become invisible. This means you are in cull state. The Likelike will try to swallow you again after he had some rest. At this moment, you will be kicked out of the cull state and can move freely. This needs some good timing, meaning that you should press the A button at the precise moment. You can pay attention to the tongue's vibrations. When the tongue has vibrated 5 times, estimate when the 6th vibration will be and press A at that moment to try to hop on the stick. If you do it too early, you will be knocked down, as you can see here. If you do it too late, Link will do an attempt of hopping onto it, but he fails. If you do it too late and you are very close to the stick, you will be swallowed with the stick and the camera moves and focuses on the Likelike, which means you have to try again. But it's not that hard. Here is a comparison between two successful cases. So you can actually see that the A button was pressed at different frames because the mouth opening width is not the same, and we still managed to do it since both frames are valid. Some final notes. This step requires some practice, so if you are not capable of doing it after a few tries, keep practicing and you will eventually master this step. After you have done it, you should not be able to open the ability wheel. Instead, you can only use the ability that you chose before, which is Ascent. Turn right and stand on top of this plant here. Those are the coordinates. Use Ascent. Once on the ground, Link will become invisible after a short period of time. This means he's in cull state. If you are watching a memory, the game will uncull you for a short period of time, and the length of this period is actually random. Once that period of time has passed, you will be culled again. Now you should take out a control stick and try to hop on it by watching memories multiple times. When you do it, you will notice that the link does not disappear anymore. You are now temporarily unculled. So let's turn right and go to the dye shop, where your horse is. When you reach the dye shop, stand in front of your horse. Now what we want to do is to hold an apple right before you get culled. So go and watch a memory. Skip it. Press plus to open the inventory. Then press plus twice as fast as possible to unpause and then immediately pause again. Now hold an apple. When you exit the menu by pressing B or minus, the apple you were holding will fall to the ground and gets eaten by the horse. You might not succeed at the first try. There is another case where Link can appear holding the apple and the apple doesn't drop to the ground. In this case, put away the apple and watch another memory. But after a few tries, you should do this easily. I have tried this method many times, and no single time it took me more than 10 minutes to achieve this. The reason why this works is that the time Link gets unculled is sometimes longer, sometimes shorter. When it's shorter, what you have done is exactly the right thing, because you are holding an apple just before Link gets culled again. After you have done it correctly, it's very important to keep in mind that at this moment you can't do anything that breaks the holding state. For example, don't press B to sprint. Now you are still holding an invisible apple. You have to do two things. First thing, you need to drop the invisible apple somewhere that's safe, because the invisible apple is weightless and any tiny wind can blow it away. Second thing, you need to uncull yourself. In other words, becoming invisible, so that you can pick up items. To do those two things, head to the inside part of the dye shop by watching memories continuously. Every watch will give you a short period of time to move, so move there slowly but steadily. Once you reach this position, you are safe from the wind outside. Now you can drop the invisible apple on the corner. In order to uncull yourself, start going back to where the horse is by watching memories. When you are finally near it, press X to hop on this horse right after you watch a memory. Then hop off. Now you are officially back to normal. Now get inside the shop again, go to the inventory, hold an apple and 4 of the items you want to duplicate. In this case, let's duplicate some diamonds. Exit the menu, you will see a bundle of diamonds spawned on the floor. Now you have to enter the menu again and press X to remove one item. When you exit the menu this time, 4 diamonds are spawned. If you go to the inventory again and add an item, 3 more diamonds will come out of nowhere. Keeping doing this allows you to spawn infinite diamonds. This is one option. The other option would be to remove and add one item at the same time in the same inventory page. Doing this will spawn 4 items every time. There is a limitation of 21 items on the ground, so pick them up after it reaches that number, otherwise the items will start disappearing. To pick up items, because you are in a weird state where the prompts are not working, you have to hold the ZL button and press X to jump, just like this. At the moment you land on the ground, press R and press up on your D-pad multiple times to open the item throwing selection menu. When this menu appears, choose something that won't explode, a zonal device for example, and keep holding R. Don't let go of it, although you can release the rest of the buttons. While holding R, you will be able to pick up the items. After you have picked up the items, you can press B to cancel the holding state, or just release R to throw the item away. A side note, you can also use this to duplicate milks, eggs, or any other cooking species. Don't waste the spawned food, because children in the South Hyrule continent are starving. To duplicate live creatures such as fairies, you have to change the items you are holding. Just put away the 4 items you are duplicating, and only hold the apple that is left, and then hold 4 fairies instead. For the first time, it will still duplicate the previous item, but after you enter the menu and put away 1 fairy, you will see that fairies are starting to spawn. The fairies will spawn in the spot where the bundle is. Since fairies will fly away right after the spawn, what you have to do is to hold ZL and press X to jump. Then press R and up on your D-pad when Link is about to land. Now Link has entered his throwing stance. You should keep holding R and release the rest of the buttons. In this state, you can pick up fairies as soon as they are spawned. Remember, you have to keep holding the R button. Stand on top of the bundle, press plus to remove an fairy, and pause. Then press plus again to add a fairy. This way you duplicate 7 fairies by pressing buttons just 4 times. Now smash your A button to pick them up before they fly away. If you somehow let go of the R button, it's okay, you can redo the jump and hold step. It should not break the glitch, although it might happen. Personally, I have not experienced it. Using this glitch, you can just duplicate everything: lizards, sapphires, fishes. Doing this allows you to get 999 fairies in 10 minutes approximately. You can make your inventory full in no time. Once you're done, if you want to keep duplicating next time, then don't save. Put the game on sleep mode. If you don't want to duplicate anymore at the moment, remember to save the game and restart it. In case you did the Likelike stick cull and somehow stopped doing the rest of the glitch, you should also restart the game, because the glitch persists after loading the save directly without restarting the game. You get something like this. This is a glitch called model teleport desync, but it's harmless and restarting the game can make it go away. On the other hand, be careful with switching tab in the pause menu. Sometimes if your finger is tired, you might let go of the R button while in the menu, which will cause the tab to switch. So make some rest when your hand is tired to avoid this from happening, because when you switch tab and switch it back, the glitch will be gone and you will have to restart the whole process. If you have already completed at least one of the 4 regional phenomena, then you can also go to Lookout Landing. Go to the north, enter this gate, and place your horse at this location, in front of this small room inside the wall. And then go to the center of Lookout Landing. Inside the emergency shelter, there is a small hole. Go forward and turn left at the crossing. The Likelike is at the end of the tunnel. Before getting started, it's preferable to destroy the rocks that are above the Likelike. Also, don't forget to change your ability wheel's default ability to Ascend and save the game. Step 1. Getting eaten by a Likelike. To do this, stand in front of the Likelike at this position in line with this rock. Then you take out a control stick, wait near it. At the moment when the Likelike tries to swallow the control stick, hop onto it by pressing the A button, so that it swallows Link on the stick. When that happens, the camera will stay where it was. Don't do anything right now. The Likelike will start chewing for a few seconds, then he will spit out and you have become invisible. This means you are in cull state. The Likelike will try to swallow you again after he had some rest. At this moment, you will be kicked out of the cull state and can move freely. You can pay attention to the tongue's vibrations. When the tongue has vibrated 5 times, estimate when the 6th vibration will be and press A at that moment to hop on the stick. Sometimes even if you do it at the right moment, you still fail, as you can see here. If you do it too late, Link will do an attempt of hopping onto it, but he fails. If you do it too late and you are very close to the stick, you will be swallowed with the stick and the camera moves and focuses on the Likelike, which means you have to try again. Well, those tips are great, but why do they sound so familiar? I think I'm having a deja vu.
Deja vu, huh?
Anyway, after you have done it, you should not be able to open the ability wheel. Instead, you can only use the ability that you chose before, which is Ascent. So you are going to climb the wall behind the Likelike. Go forward and use Ascent here near the forward edge of the 2 plants. Those are the coordinates. Once on the ground, Link will become invisible after a short period of time. This means he's in cull state. If you are watching a memory, the game will uncull you for a short period of time, and the length of this period is actually random. Once that period of time has passed, you will be culled again. Stand in front of your horse. Now what we want to do is to hold an apple right before you get culled. So go and watch a memory. Skip it. Press plus to open the inventory, then press plus twice as fast as possible to unpause and then immediately pause again. Now hold an apple. When you exit the menu by pressing B or minus, the apple you were holding will fall to the ground and gets eaten by the horse. You might not succeed at the first try. There is another case where Link can appear holding the apple and the apple doesn't drop to the ground. In this case, put away the apple and watch another memory. After you have done it correctly, it's very important to keep in mind that at this moment you can't do anything that breaks the holding state. For example, don't press B to sprint. Now you are still holding an invisible apple. You have to do 2 things. First thing, you need to drop the invisible apple somewhere that's safe, because the invisible apple is weightless and any tiny wind can blow it away. Second thing, you need to uncull yourself, in other words, becoming invisible, so that you can pick up items. To do those 2 things, head to the inside part of the small room by watching memories continuously. Every watch will give you a short period of time to move, so move there slowly but steadily. Once you reach this position, you are safe from the wind outside. Now you can drop the invisible apple by pressing A as soon as you exit the menu after watching a memory. In order to uncull yourself, start going back to where the horse is by watching memories. When you are finally near it, press X to hop on the horse right after you watch a memory. then hop off. Now you are officially back to normal. Now get inside of the room again. Go to the inventory page. Hold an apple and 4 of the items you want to duplicate. In this case, let's duplicate some diamonds. Exit the menu, you will see a bundle of diamonds spawned on the floor. Now you have to enter the menu again and press X to remove one item. When you exit the menu this time, 4 diamonds are spawned. If you go to the inventory again and add an item, 3 more diamonds will come out of nowhere. Keeping doing this allows you to spawn infinite diamonds. This is one option. The other option would be to remove and add one item at the same time in the same inventory page. Doing this will spawn 4 items every time. There is a limitation of 21 items on the ground, so pick them up after it reaches that number, otherwise the items will start disappearing. To pick up items, because you are in a weird state where the prompts are not working, you have to hold the ZL button and press X to jump, just like this. At the moment you land on the ground, press R and press up on your D-pad multiple times to open the item throwing selection menu. When this menu appears, choose something that won't explode, a zonal device for example, and keep holding R. Don't let go of it, although you can release the rest of the buttons. While holding R, you will be able to pick up the items. After you have picked up the items, you can press B to cancel the holding state, or just release R to throw the item away. To duplicate live creatures such as fairies, you have to change the items you are holding. Just put away the 4 items you are duplicating, and only hold the apple that is left, and then hold 4 fairies instead. For the first time, it will still duplicate the previous item, but after you enter the menu and put away 1 fairy, you will see that fairies are starting to spawn. The fairies will spawn in the spot where the bundle is. Since fairies will fly away right after the spawn, what you have to do is to hold ZL and press X to jump. Then press R and up on your D-pad when Link is about to land. Now Link has entered his throwing stance. You should keep holding R and release the rest of the buttons. In this state, you can pick up fairies as soon as they are spawned. Remember, you have to keep holding the R button. Stand on top of the bundle, press plus to add a fairy and pause. Then press plus again to remove a fairy. This way you duplicate 7 fairies by pressing buttons just 4 times. Now smash your A button to pick them up before they fly away. If you somehow let go of the R button, it's okay, you can redo the jump and hold step. It should not break the glitch, although it might happen. Personally, I have not experienced it. Doing this allows you to get 999 fairies in 10 minutes approximately. You can make your inventory full in no time. Once you are done, if you want to keep duplicating next time, then don't save. Put the game on sleep mode. If you don't want to duplicate anymore at the moment, remember to save the game and restart it. In case you did the Likelike stick cull and somehow stopped doing the rest of the glitch, you should also restart the game, because the glitch persists after loading the save directly without restarting the game. On the other hand, be careful with switching tab in the pause menu. Sometimes if your finger is tired, you might let go of the R button while in the menu, which will cause the tab to switch. So make some rest when your hand is tired to avoid this from happening, because when you switch tab and switch it back, the glitch will be gone, and you will have to restart the whole process. A disadvantage of doing it at this location is that sometimes the bundle is at a different position than where the invisible apple was dropped. As a consequence, the item's spawn goes supersonic.
Supersonic.
If you want to duplicate eggs or milk, they will just break. For those who like challenges, you can actually do this without a host, which makes this much more convenient to do, as you can perform this glitch almost anywhere as long as you can do the Likelike control stick cull. To do this, you will need some eggs though, find some cuckoos. So firstly, you get eaten by a Likelike the right way. This part doesn't change. But after you ascend and get cold, pull out a control stick. Hop on it by watching memories multiple times. After you get uncoupled, go to a closed space. Take out another control stick. Stand on a table or a counter like me, despite being kind of rude to the lady. Now is where the magic happens. Watch your memory and then press plus to enter the inventory menu. Now press plus twice as fast as you can, then hold on bird egg. After a few tries, you should get the egg to drop to the ground, breaking it in the process. If it doesn't break, try again. Now you should drop the invisible egg somewhere. For example, on a corner. Walk there slowly by watching memories. After you have dropped the invisible egg, you need to uncouple yourself. To do that, walk towards the control stick by watching memories. Stand in front of it. This is the only part that requires some practice. While cowed, watch a memory. As soon as you exit the menu, hold ZL and press X to jump. Link would jump and disappear mid-air. Watch another memory. As soon as you exit the menu, you should hold R and press up on your D-pad multiple times. Keep holding R. Let go of the up button. Go and watch your memory again. After you exit the menu, press up and you should see that the link is in throwing stance, as there is a small cross in the middle of the screen. Keep holding R. Now you can watch another memory, and as soon as you exit the menu, press up and choose an item. The item that you have chosen is shown. Keep holding R. Watch another memory. I have lost count of how many memories we have watched. As soon as you exit the menu, press A to hop on the stick. Congratulations! You have successfully uncaught yourself. Now hold an egg and 4 instances for the item you want to duplicate, and pause again. From this moment, you can remove and add 1 item to duplicate 4 and 3 items each time. Alright, that's all there is to it. This is the ultimate guide to perform this glitch. It's much easier than it was when I first introduced this glitch, and once you have the setup ready, it's the fastest and the easiest duplication glitch I've ever seen. I hope this tutorial has been useful to you. I will see you in the next video. Take care and bye.
Hello, I'm Yang, and in this video, you will learn the easiest and quickest item duplication glitch ever, and it's really simple to set up. You only need 2 one-handed weapons, a shield, and get Purina Pro plan. Just kidding, just get a piece of meat. Firstly, go to Tarry town, find Haten's house, move away the Haten signs that are near the wall. Go back and stand in front of this storage room. Open the door and take out a control stick. Place it inside the room and take some step back. At approximately this position, you will notice that the control stick disappears. This is because it has been caught, which means the game unloads it to save resources. For the first step, equip a one-handed weapon. Go forward. The control stick will be uncaught, and it takes approximately 0.5 seconds for the game to do it. Now activate Ultra Hand and use it on the control stick. Then move back until you are stopped by this table. Now put the control stick back inside the room. Once that's done, you will notice that it does not disappear anymore. This is because you are using the Ultra Hand on it. Now change the ability to fuse. You will see that the control stick is still visible. This is called fuse storage. Okay, now you will do this. You will press B and L at the same time, then press Y as soon as possible, like this. You can press Y multiple times to make sure you have pressed it. So after you performed this step, you may have done it in time or you may have not. In order to know the answer, you should go forward to uncount the control stick. Before it can uncount, you should press L and active recall. You will notice that the control stick now appears. At this moment, you should press and hold Y and right on your D-pad at the same time. Link will start taking out his sword. Let go of Y and then change the weapon to another. After this, if you did the previous step in time, then the fuse will be activated and the control stick will be moved to your feet. Also, if you check the inventory, the weapon has also the control stick fused to it. So this special control stick is fused to the weapon, but it's also in the overworld. This is the result you want to have. If you did not press Y fast enough in the previous step, when you do the second step, you will see that the control stick does not move at all after you changed your weapon, because the fuse has not been activated. So that's why you should press Y very fast. If you did it in time, you will notice that the control stick is actually already starting to become fused, as you can see here. So to recap, first use Ultra Hand, then change to fuse, then press L and B at the same time and immediately press Y, go forward, then press L to activate recall, then press right and Y at the same time and swap weapon. This might sound a little bit complex, but when you do it, it's really simple and fast to achieve because the timing is extremely easy. You won't need much practice to get the hang of it. Once the control stick is moved to your feet, congratulations, you have done the most difficult part of this glitch, although it's not difficult at all. Now you should stand on its surface, then go to the inventory menu and drop the weapon you are carrying. As soon as you exit the menu, press A as fast as possible to hop onto the stick. You will be falling through the ground and fall into the lake below the town. When you fall into water, press B or X to hop off. It's important that you press B or X at this point, because if you don't, you will be falling into the void. Okay, now spend all your energy so that you can be sent back to surface. Once on the surface, pick up the weapon, pull out another control stick and hop onto it to unlock your ability wheel. Now fuse the first control stick to a shield. It's almost done. Now you should go left and find the house where this cute dog is. Enter the house and drop the single-handed weapon with fused control stick inside the house. Then take out something and put it at the entrance to prevent the door from closing. Now get out. Hold something and walk towards the dog in this direction. You will notice that you are caught at this position. So press plus and unhold the item you were holding, and hold a piece of meat. Actually, apples or fishes also work. Press minus and watch a memory. Press B to return. Here, two scenarios can happen. You either see that the piece of meat drops to the ground and the dog comes and eats it, or you don't see anything. If you don't see the meat falling, press minus again and watch another memory. This time, when you press B to return, the meat should fall to the ground and gets eaten by the dog. If it still does not drop, go and watch a memory for the third time, as you can see here.
Third time's a charm.
Here, you should be careful not to open the menu and switch tab. What you should do now is to uncowl yourself. If you are on version 1.2.0 or 1.2.1, press left on your D-pad, choose the shield you are carrying and press X to drop it. After you drop the shield with fused control stick, you will be uncowled. If you are on a version between 1.0 to 1.1.2, you need to press left on your D-pad and swap your shield. Then go to the menu and watch your memory. After you close it, you should be uncowled. At this point, Enter the house and drop the invisible meat on a corner. Then go to the inventory page. Hold a piece of meat or the item you fed to the dog, and 4 of the items you want to duplicate. In this case, let's duplicate some diamonds. Close the menu. You will see a bundle of diamonds spawned on the floor. Now you have to enter the menu again, and press X to remove one item. When you exit the menu this time, 4 diamonds are spawned. If you go to the inventory again and add an item, 3 more diamonds will come out of nowhere. Keep doing this allows you to spawn infinite diamonds. There is a limitation of 21 items on the ground, so pick them up after it reaches that number, otherwise the items will start disappearing. To pick up items, you have to hold the ZL button and press X to jump. Press R and press up on your D-pad multiple times to open the item throwing menu. Choose a zonal device, for example, and keep holding R. You will be able to pick up the items. After you have picked up the items, you can press B to cancel the holding state, or just release R to throw the item away. To duplicate live creatures such as fairies, just put away the 4 items you were duplicating, and only hold the piece of meat that is left, and then hold 4 fairies instead. Since fairies will fly away right after spawn, you need to keep Link in pick up item state. So do this, hold ZL and press X to jump, then press R and up on your D-pad when Link is about to land. Then keep holding R and release the rest of the buttons. In this state, you can pick up fairies as soon as they are spawned. Stand on top of the bundle, keep holding down the R button, and repeat the same process. If you somehow let go of the R button, it's okay, you can redo the jump and hold step. On the other hand, be careful with switching tabs in the pause menu. If you accidentally do it, the glitch will be gone and you will have to restart the whole process. Finally, if you are done duping and want to continue your journey, you can get rid of this weird state by doing this. Switch tab. Close the menu, then open it again and hold anything. Then cancel the holding and close the menu. This will solve the issue. You will also need to destroy the fuse material on the shield. The alternative is to save the game, then close it and open it again. Okay, I hope you folks have learned how to duplicate infinite items using this super easy item duplication glitch. If you have any doubts, need help, or have anything to say, just leave a comment down below in the comment section. I would be glad to respond. Finally, thanks to KiloVictor for discovering the method to uncull Link on versions prior to 1.2.0, and the fact that you can use the dog instead of a horse. Also, thanks to the great people of the Tears of the Kingdom speedrun community. Without them, this video would not be possible. If you liked the video, please support the channel by giving it a thumbs up and subscribe. Have a good day, and bye!
Hi there! Do you want to get infinite items in Tears of the Kingdom? Then you can learn this creative item duplication glitch, which works on all versions and only requires a horse. This wonderful idea was suggested by Ethen Horn. Thank you! Before starting, make sure you have only 5 copies of the item you want to duplicate in your inventory. If you have more, store them in a dispenser on the surface using the setup shown in step 5. Step 1. Get eaten by a Likelike. If you have beaten one of the original phenomena, you can go to the center of Lookout Landing. Inside this shelter, you can find a small hole. Crawl through it. And turn left at this crossing. At the end, you will find a Likelike. If you have not beaten any original phenomenon, go to Hateno village and find this well near Zamik Shrine. And choose the path on your right. Okay, once you are in front of the Likelike, and equip any equipment you might have equipped. Switch your ability wheel's default ability to Ascend. Stand at this position, in line with this pebble, and save the game. Then take out a control stick and stand near it. Likelike will try to eat you. When he charges at you, press A to hop on the stick. If the timing is right, the camera will stay where it was, as if the Likelike has only eaten the stick. Actually, what is happening is that Link is in the overworld and also inside the Likelike. So an special connection is built. You have somehow duplicated Link. Anyway, the Likelike will finish eating and notice the invisible Link and try to eat him. At this moment, you will be knocked down, just as if you were on a stick. This part is very timing dependent. With practice, you will develop a feeling that makes you predict when it's the right moment to press the A button. If you press A too early, you get knocked down. If you press it too late, depending on the distance between you and the control stick, you can get eaten with the stick and the camera changes and focus on the Likelike, or maybe the Likelike just eats the stick. After you have done it, you should go back. And when you reach this position, stand on the first row of tiles, and then equip a bow. And press L to confirm that you cannot open the ability wheel, as you can only use Ascent. This proves that you have did it right, so use Ascent. Once you are on the ground, you should become invisible after a short period of time. This means Link is now culled, which brings us to step 2, Arrow Smuggle item duplication. After successfully getting culled, if you have equipped a bow, hold ZR, then press right on your D-pad to open the quick bow menu and swap to a different bow. Then open the menu again to press X to drop it. Just remember that this bow will be lost, so make sure you choose a weak bow. If you forgot to equip a bow before getting culled, you can equip it now by holding ZR and pressing R, then select any bow. Enter this bow menu again and drop it. Alright, now you are ready to dupe. Teleport to where your horse is. In my case, I brought it here at Lookout Landing. You should do this. Stand on the side of the horse, about this distance. Equip a weapon. Then press ZR to prepare to shoot. Then push and hold your left analog stick forward. After that, you should press X to jump. Once you are airborne, press Y to jump slash. Then press ZR again to cancel the jump slash. Now Link will enter bullet time. You should press B to cancel the bullet time, then immediately press minus or plus to open the menu. Once you are in the menu, hold up to 5 items that you want to duplicate. Then press minus and watch a memory. Skip it faster than when you see others on my video. Then press plus to hold the same items as the ones you held before watching the memory. Then exit the menu. If you did it right, you will see a bundle of the item you held floating on the ground and can easily be blown away by the wind. If you exit the bullet time too late, you could just sit on the horse. You have to retry. Step 3. Throw items. After you have seen the weightless bundle, press R and then press up on your D-pad to select the item you are duplicating. Then throw it. You can throw up to 5 times if you have held 5 items previously. So this means each time you do this, you will be able to get 5 duplicates of the item, which is pretty nice. Step 4. Drop items. After you have thrown the items, hop off. Link will be holding the items you chose to duplicate. Press A to drop them. And congratulations, you have duplicated 5 items. If you want to continue duplicating, since we cannot have more than 5 copies of the item in the inventory, you have to leave the rest on the ground and only keep 5 in your inventory. Step 5. Store items in the dispenser. The last step is optional, but if you want to get more than 21 copies of the item you are duplicating, then you should definitely do this. Basically, for every 3 duplications, you should store the items in the dispenser. What I mean is that after you have done this process 3 times, you will have 15 on the ground and 5 in your hand, which makes 20 in total. If you continue duplicating, the new duplicated items will disappear because there is a limitation of 21 items on the ground. That's why you should store the 15 duplicated items in the dispenser, because this way we can avoid this problem. Go to Tarry Town Dispenser. Fuse two fans this way with an angle of 45 degrees with respect to each other. And place them here. Next, store anything that is not a zonite charge, small zonite charge, or Ethen Horn. This will cause the dispenser to spit the items out, but its gate will be kept open. Now use Ultra Hand to place them inside the dispenser. Doing this, we will prevent the dispenser from closing its gate. From this point onwards, you can start storing the duplicated items in the dispenser in order to bypass the maximum item limitation. Only leave 5 in your inventory. Once you have stored the extra items, you can duplicate another 15 items and do this again. An important note: unfortunately, you can't do this forever. The fans will despawn after 30 minutes, so make sure you pick up the items before the time is up. Once you think you have enough items, you can go to the dispenser. Move away the fans by using recall on them. And stand near the gate to pick up the items that are pouring out. Make sure you do it fast by smashing your A button. Okay everyone, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great day and see you in the next video. Bye! Hi everyone, in this video you will learn an easy and a fast way to get infinite bone flowers in Tears of the Kingdom. Bone flowers are the most widely used item in Tears of the Kingdom. It's ranked number 1 in the most used fuse item list.
Well, I just made that up.
But you have to agree with me that it's used everywhere. Firstly, you need a Bokoblin mask. It's given to Link as a reward for completing the Hunt for Bubble Gems quest by giving Coating 1 bubble gem. As the name implies, the Bokoblin mask disguises Link from all types of Bokoblins, including boss Bokoblins. While wearing the mask, Bokoblins will curiously approach Link, but will not attack unless provoked. The alternative is to use the Majora's Mask, which might be harder to get as you will need to defeat the 5 Linos in the floating Coliseum. The basic requirement is to find a Bokoblin with bone flowers on his backpack. There are not many spots in Tears of the Kingdom where you can find it. Actually, as far as I know, there are only 2 spots. One is near the Likelike Bridge in the southwest of Lookout Landing. The other one is in the south of Akala region, near the East Akala Chasm. You can head to the Likelike Bridge. Now you will see that the steps are quite simple. Step 1. The first thing you have to do is to wear your Bokoblin or Majora mask. After that, save the game in a spot near the tires. Then we defeat it by taking advantage of the highland. Jump down. Enter Link's bullet time and shield tell us who is the real boss. Step 2. Defeat all Bokoblins except one that has bone flowers in his basket backpack. And save the game. Step 3. Now here is where the magic happens. Reload the save so that the Bokoblin left will stop attacking you. And take out a stake and a homing card. Use Ultra Hand to move the stake and position it vertically on the ground. Then fuse the homing card to the stake and activate it. Now the Bokoblin will try to destroy the homing cart by throwing bone flowers at it. You should stay near him, and when he takes out a bone flower, you take that away from him, so he will do the throw action, but nothing will be thrown since you took it from him. It's important to remember that you should not stay too close to the Bokoblin, or you will be picking up bone flowers directly from his backpack instead of from his hand. Consequently, he will be left without bone flowers very soon and start throwing rocks, which means we won't be able to take any more bone flowers. In other words, there are two types of situations. In situation 1, there is a prompt that allows you to take bone flowers directly from his basket backpack. This situation should be avoided because he only has 4 bone flowers in his basket. In the other situation, the prompt appears only after the Bokoblin takes a bone flower out from his basket. When it's in his hand, that's the one we are looking for, because the number of bone flowers in this case will be unlimited. You can compare those two situations and see clearly the differences between them. After you find this sweet spot, just keep pressing A to grab the flowers. You get one approximately every 2 seconds. So at this rate, you can get 999 in around 35 minutes. I think this can be considered as one of the best side hustles you can do in your free time. An interesting use of the bone flowers is that you can cook 5 of them together and this will happen.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Alright, just kidding. Actually, you get this. Jokes aside, the bone flowers are indeed an extremely useful item in Tears of the Kingdom. It works wonderfully against enemies like Gyptos who are almost immune to physical damage. Also, the boss-sized construction is especially weak against bone flowers. Normal arrows will do next to 0 damage, but bone flowers are able to break its shield and even stun them. You can also fuse bone flowers to shields, so that when you perform a shield jump, you can lift yourself into the air and enter bullet time. This comes tremendously handy when you encounter a Glyarch, but remember, don't use them to shoot their heads though, because the explosion will make you unable to identify the other heads. Another important scene where bone flowers are useful is when we fight Gloom Hands. Last but not least, it's quite effective against Ganondorf's last form, especially for slow hands like me. Alright folks, I hope you learned how to get unlimited bone flowers after watching this video. As always, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you wish to see more explosive content like this. Thank you for watching, It feels amazing to know that people around the world watch my video. I guess that's one of the reasons I enjoy creating videos so much. See you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.
Hello everyone, it's Yang here. In this video, you will learn how to get infinite roasted food by using a crazy item duplication glitch in Tears of the Kingdom, and it works on all versions. The only things you need are 2 eggs, 2 100 weapons, 2 shields, some logs, and some blue choo-choo jellies or some splash fruits. Okay, now the process begins. If you are familiar with this item duplication glitch, you can skip steps 1 to 3 and go directly to step 4. If you are not familiar with it, then you should pay attention and watch all the steps carefully. Now do the following simple steps. Step 1. Go to Tarry town and find Hudson's house. Then open this door. If you can't open it, you should go to the cave that is just below the house. And use a sand on this protruding rock to remove the Hudson sign that is blocking the door. However, if you watch closely, the door can actually swing outwards as well. So maybe this is just an excuse of Hudson's wife to find an opportunity to talk to Link because she has a crush on him. Step 2. Once you have opened the door, remove the Hudson signs that are near the right wall. Make sure you do this because they will become insanely annoying later on. Now take out a control stick and put it inside the room, near the edge of the door leaf. If you walk back some steps, you can see that the control stick disappears like a ghost. This is because it has been unloaded by Nintendo to save on resources. If you walk near it, Nintendo will load it again for you. Now we are going to do something called fuse storage. Fuse entanglement. First press L to open the ability wheel and choose Ultra Hand. Use Ultra Hand on the control stick. And then move yourself backwards until you are stopped by this table behind you. Once you are set, put the control stick back inside the room. Now change the ability to fuse. The control stick still remains visible because the fuse ability is not allowing it to be unloaded. Now equip a single-handed weapon and a shield. Then press minus to open the menu and watch a memory. Skip it. Here comes the most vital step. The very moment you press B to exit the menu, press Y as fast as possible. You may start pressing Y really fast, even slightly before you press B. Just spam or mash the Y button. What we are trying to do is to fuse the control stick to your weapon before it's culled. After you have done it, in order to find out whether you did it fast enough, you must press minus and watch a memory 2 times in a row. Then press plus to switch your current weapon to another. Then press minus again and watch another memory. After that, exit the menu and check if the control stick has been moved to your position. If so, it means you have succeeded. If you failed, you won't see the control stick being moved. But don't give up. You just need to walk towards the door to uncull the control stick and repeat the same process. This is the most challenging part of the process. The key is to press the Y button as quickly as possible when you watch the memory. Once you see the control stick beside you, check the inventory and make sure that the control stick is also fused to your weapon. Step 3. Control stick desync. Okay, now the rest of the process is so simple that a monkey can do it. Firstly, stand on the control stick's surface, then go to the inventory menu and drop the weapon with the fused control stick. As soon as you exit the menu, press A as fast as possible to hop onto the stick. You will be falling through the ground and fall into the lake below the town. When you fall into the water, press B or X to hop off. It's important that you press B at this point, because if you don't, you will be falling into the void where you will be stuck forever. Now spend all your energy so that you can be sent back to surface. Once back on the surface, firstly, pick up the weapon you just dropped. Then take out another control stick and hop onto it to unlock the ability wheel. Now fuse the control stick to the shield. Step 4. Now you should take out a bunch of logs, put them inside the room, and build campfires with them. Make sure they are evenly distributed across the house. However, it's essential that you do not block the doorway. Now you should start fire. For example, you can use some fire fruits. Once that's done, put out the fire using some blue choo-choo jellies or some splash fruits. At this point, put the weapon with fused control stick inside the house, so that it can block the door from closing. Step 5. Go to the inventory page and hold literally anything. Then walk slowly to the right. A very important thing that you should pay attention to is that somehow here the camera angle is crucial. You should look at Link using the same camera angle as shown in this video, meaning that you should look at Link from his right hand side. This way, the drop arrow should be on Link's left side, while Link is looking ahead. At approximately this location, Link should become cold. Go to the inventory page, remove the thing you are holding, and hold an egg instead. Press minus and watch a memory. This will uncull Link for a frame. Close the menu and you should see that the egg is dropped to the ground and it breaks. If the egg doesn't fall to the ground, go to the memory panel and watch another memory, and close the menu. If you still don't see that, go and watch a third memory. If somehow you see that the egg is floating on the air and not dropping, you can restart this step by going back to the culling area by watching memories and hold anything again and walk out of the culling area. When the egg has broken, if you check the menu, you can see that you are actually still holding the egg, although it's invisible in the overworld. At this moment, you need to uncull Link. If you are on 1.2.0 or 1.2.1, which is the last version, press left on your D-pad and press X to drop the shield with fused control stick, and the Link will be unculled. If you are on 1.0 to 1.1.1, when you press left on your D-pad, you need to swap shield. Then press minus and watch a memory. After you close the menu, Link should become unculled. If this doesn't happen, watch another memory and check again. Step 6. Walk back and enter the house. Then drop the invisible egg at this corner. Now go to the inventory page and hold an egg. Then 4 other food items that you want to duplicate. In this case, we can hold 4 prime meat. You can also hold 4 different types of food if you wish. After you exit the menu, a weightless bundle will appear in the corner where you dropped the invisible egg. Now go to the inventory again. Remove one item. Close the menu. You should see that 4 duplicates of the item have spawned. Go to the menu again and hold another item. Close it. You should see that 3 more items are spawned. Now you should stop duplicating and press ZL. Then press X to jump. When you are about to land, press R and up on your D-pad multiple times to try to enter Link's throwing stance and choose a fire fruit. Throw it to the campfires that were put off. Now you will have a room full of campfires. In this state, the duplicated meat will become roasted after a few seconds. Now you can just pick them up. In order to pick up the items, just do the same thing you did before to throw the fire fruits. So press ZL, then press X to jump. When you are about to land, press R and up on your D-pad multiple times to try to enter Link's throwing stance and choose any zonai capsule. If you did it, keep holding R and let go of the rest of the buttons. Now the pickup prompt appears and you will be able to pick up the items. If you want to duplicate other food, for example eggs, you can just remove the 4 prime meat you are holding and hold 4 eggs, and repeat the same process. If you accidentally activated the campfire sitting scenario, it's actually alright. Everything is still intact and you just need to light the fire again. With this duplication method, you can get a maximum amount of the roasted version of every type of meat, fish, mushroom and fruit. A side note though, the campfire only lasts 30 minutes. If you still want to duplicate food after they have vanished, you would need to duplicate some logs and then set up the campfires using the duplicated logs. There seems to be a limitation to the number of campfires. After a certain amount of them, the new duplicated logs won't turn into campfires. It would be extremely interesting if you could get roasted frogs, butterflies, or even fairies, but it seems that it's not possible. Anyway, once you feel satisfied with your dropping progress and want to exit the glitch, you can just save and restart the game. Or you can enter the menu and switch tab, then exit the menu and enter it again. Hold anything and remove it, then exit the menu. At this moment, you can continue your journey without worries. And lastly, one of the reasons this video was uploaded so late is because I have been trying this setup with Zone 9 devices, to be specific, flame emitters and frost emitters, but they just don't work that well because they are despawned if you duplicate more items than necessary, and believe me, it's not simple to set up the correct orientation. Alright folks, I hope you have been able to duplicate tons of food. If you have anything to say, just leave a comment down below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, it matters a lot to me. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye. Hello everyone, this is Yang, and in this video, you will learn a new and super simple way to duplicate items by using only a goat. This is one of the fastest item duplication glitch in Tears of Kingdom, so firstly bring your horse to Hateno village and leave it here near the goats. Then you need to go to Akala Citadel ruins. Find this location. Pull out a control stick, use Ultra Hand on it. Then move yourself backwards. And at this position, place the control stick near the wall. Then change the ability to fuse. After that, press L and B at the same time, and then immediately press Y. You need to press Y very fast. In order to see if you did it fast enough, you should run forward and press L to activate recall. Then press Y and right on the D-pad at the same time and swap weapon. If you did the previous step right, the control stick should be moved to your position and also becomes fused to your weapon. At this point, you should take out a hover stone, then fuse the control stick to it. After that, activate it and lift it as high as possible. And use Ascend. Once you are on the hover stone, go to the menu and drop the weapon with fused control stick. As soon as you drop it and exit the menu, press A as fast as possible. Then as soon as you start falling, press B as fast as possible. Now you can deactivate the hover stone and pick up the weapon. But firstly, take out another control stick to hop onto it to unlock the ability wheel. At this point, you should not be able to move the control stick. Next, teleport to this shrine and go back to where you were. Then place the control stick near the wall. Now that the preliminary setup is ready, you should go to Hateno village. Stand in front of the goat and drop the weapon with fused control stick. At this moment, Link will be culled, so if you watch a memory, Link will be unculled for a short period of time. You need to hold a Hyrule herb right before Link becomes culled. Also, sometimes watching a memory doesn't uncull Link. That's why I'm going to recommend you watching 3 memories. So do this, press minus and watch 3 memories in a row. Then press plus to go to the inventory page. And pause, wait for the exact moment when Link is about to be called again. Pause and hold a hero herb. If the timing is right, the herb will be dropped to the ground and it gets eaten by any of the goats. This will take some time, so please be patient. The thing is that you are still holding an invisible herb, so now you should drop the invisible herb near the horse. Since you are called, you should watch 3 memories and use the short period of time to walk towards the horse, slowly but surely. When you are near the horse, press A to drop it. Open the inventory menu to confirm that Link is not holding anything anymore. Now you should uncall Link permanently as soon as possible, so watch your 3 memories over and over to walk towards the horse. And press X to hop onto the horse when you are near it. Now go to the menu, hold a herb, and fall off the item you want to duplicate. A bundle will spawn when you close the menu. So now you just have to go to the inventory and remove and add an item to spawn infinite items. Isn't this super easy to do? After watching this video, I hope you learned how to duplicate items using a gold, and see you next time!